on this computer? Well, the class is being recorded. You just need to click on this button. It says yes. Welcome to this new lesson. Today we continue with a new series of classes, which are a little different from our previous lessons because your classes are going to be like different, totally different. And let's start. And let's continue here. Let me share the screen. Remember that if you don't understand anything, you can ask me different questions as usual. Let me share the screen. And our topic for today is the hotel industry. Okay, the hotel industry. Look at this part. If you work in a hotel, resort, spa, etc., and want to improve your English to communicate better with guests, remember that. What are guests? Do you know, Gabby? Can you explain in English, of course? What are guests?
And the person who stay in hotel.
Who stay in a hotel is the person who stay in a hotel. But guess the people who stay in a hotel, right? Yes. So we have here a list of exercises and conversations. Let's start. You are going to be the guest and I am going to be the receptionist, right? Please start.
Yeah.
Read.
Hi there, can I check in now?
I'm sorry, your room is still being prepared. Could you hold off for a few more minutes?
Sure, no problem. I just sit here and make out with this magazine.
That's good one. By the way, did you allow for any specific request for your room?
Yes, I did. I requested for extra pillows and blankets.
And blankets. 1 second, the spotlight. Yes, and blankets. All right, I'll attend to that right away. Could you give me your room number, please?
It's room 405. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. By the way, what time would you like to check out tomorrow?
I need to catch a flight early in the morning, so I have to check out by 6 a.m. Is that all right?
Yes, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure to inform us when you're ready to leave so we can send for a taxi to take you to the airport.
That's very kind of you. I appreciate it.
No problem at all. I hope you have a great stay here and don't forget to come back soon.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, this is a casual conversation between a receptionist and the guest. Okay, here you can find some phrasal verbs. You can find some phrasal verbs that are very common in this context. I mean, when someone wants to leave and someone wants to check in. So, for example, I decided to create this conversation with a special phrasal verbs like hold off, like make out, like check out, like check out again, like send for. Okay, as you can see here, we have different allow for. You see? Here are special phrasal verbs that we only use in this, like, how do we say, environment, in this context, in a hotel. Okay, so if you work as a front desk clerk or as a receptionist, you need to practice these phrasal verbs. They are mandatory because you will use all the time. You will use them all the time, okay?
Yes.
So here you have some of them like hold off on. Hold off on, it means to delay, to postpone something. For example, imagine that we have a problem with our connection with the internet. I need to hold on the class. Hold off on something. Then we have making light of, get off, come back, get up, check out, make out, allow for, attend to, and send for. Okay? Focus on this part. Send for means to request someone to come to a particular place. We are going to check these phrasal verbs, but with some examples, okay? With some examples. Look at this. Hold off on means to delay, to postpone something like I'm sorry, there is a problem. I cannot see my presentation now. Let's hold off on ordering food until our guests arrive. Like, let's hold off on, let's delay ordering food. Remember that you have to write the verb with ing because we have a preposition, so you need to add ing. You see?
Okay.
Like, pospongamos, retrasemos ordenar la comida o retrasemos el pedido de comida hasta que nuestros invitados lleguen. Let's hold off on.
Is always with on?
Yes, always with on. But now let's come back to this conversation. Let's come back here. And look at this. Could you hold off for a few 4 minutes? Like, look at this. I'm sorry, your room is still being prepared. It says, lo siento, tu cuarto aún está siendo preparado. Porque ella quería hacer el check-in. You see? Y le dice, podrías hold off for. And the word I'm expressing, I'm teaching you is the word hold off on. You see?
Yes.
Look at this. I think we should hold off on buying a new car until we have more money saved up. Can you translate this expression into Spanish?
Yo creo que debemos esperar en comprar un nuevo carro hasta que tengamos suficiente dinero ahorrado.
Yes. Remember that you can say hold off on, okay? Or hold off from doing something, to be honest. For example, in this case, you don't have an action. Aquí no tengo una acción, ¿verdad? Al no tener una acción, estoy utilizando el for. Pero si yo tuviese una acción, puedo incluso decir, could you hold off on, on, or incluso puedo usar el from. Puedo usar cualquiera siempre y cuando tenga un verbo que le siga. Did you understand?
Yes.
Yes. Es como frenar, aguantarse, demorarse en algo. ¿Ok? Lo normal es que sí lo utilices. Yo, por ejemplo, en la vida real, yo he escuchado que dicen, could you hold off on checking in? Como que podríamos retrasar un poco de su check-in. Can we hold off on checking in? You see? Porque recuerda que hold off es retrasar, posponer. ¿Y por qué, Carlos? ¿Por qué no dices, could you wait? Could you wait for it? Because remember that you need to be very polite. You need to be very polite. No es lo mismo. It's not the same saying like, ¿qué quiere? ¿Qué desea? You see, they are the same. Both are correct. But which one is like more polite because you are working, so you need to be very polite and very kind when you are working with people. You see? So in this case, instead of saying, please, could you wait or could you hold on for a minute? No. It is like you are not polite. You work as a customer service agent or as a clerk or as a front desk clerk. So before you work, they say you need to be very polite. So the way that you say something is really important when you work. You see?
Yes.
Nice. So hold off on, hold off from. You see?
Okay.
Nice. Let's continue. So that's the reason, hold off on ordering food. I think we should hold off on buying a new car. Then we have making light of. Making light of is another great phrasal verb that you must remember and use, Gabby. Because make light of is like you don't take something seriously. Okay? You don't consider something like very worrying. Look at this. Treat something as an important. So for example, look at this example. John keeps making light of the fact that he got lost in the city yesterday. You know, when you lost, it's really important. It's really worrying for your family, right? But when you make light of the fact that you got lost, it means that you say, well, this is not important, you know? Imagine that your son failed their test. Your son failed his test, I'm sorry, because he's a boy. Your son failed his test, but he say, "Mom, I can take a remedial quiz later at school. I can take remedial quiz is a quiz that you take in order to change your score, the remedial quiz. For example, when you go to school, and for example, this is my first practice. I got 0. I can take a remedial quiz and I can check my grade. So I can take 7. You see? This is the remedial quiz. You can change your score. You can change your grade. And for example, your son failed his test and say, Mama, don't worry. I can take the remedial quiz. And you say, please, Pepito, stop making light of your exams or making light of the fact that you failed. Remember that when you are going to say a sentence like he lost, you use the fact that. But when you don't, you use a noun. You see? Concerns is like preocupaciones.
Sí.
Okay? So this is very useful, Gabby. You are supposed to remember this 10 phrasal verbs because you will use them when you work. Okay? It is like, for example, I am a chef and I don't know how to say cortar in English. That's impossible because I will use the word cut all the time. So you need to remember that cut, cortar. Cortar chiquito, chop. Cortar en pedazos iguales, slice. So you are going to work as a chef. So you need to remember how you say cortar in different ways. In this case, you need to remember these words. Hold the phone, making light off, get off, come back, get up. But you know some of them, right? Because we practiced them before. Get up.
Yes.
What is the difference get up and wake up? Like imagine I'm sleeping and I wake up. So I am on my bed. I am checking my cell phone on my bed. But when I decided to get up means that I will go to the bathroom, maybe to brush my teeth. You see the difference between get up and wake up?
Yes, get up is como levantarse.
Yes, ya te levantas de la cama, get up. Pero wake up, puedes estar despierto en tu cama, sigues en tu cama. Ese es wake up.
Yeah.
Okay, so say, hey, wake up and get up, you see? Then we have come back and get off. You know get off? Have you heard that word before, get off?
Get up, yes.
What is, okay. I'm sorry. Yes. So get off is like, for example, imagine that you are in the elevator because every hotel or each hotel? Every hotel, I mean, every in Peru, in Canada, in the US, every hotel has at least one elevator, right? So you can also say, for example, please get off the elevator. It means that you will leave that place. Get off the elevator. You see?
Okay. Salir.
Yes. Tell me. Salir.
Salir.
Yes, get off. Get off. So remember this. Then we have 5 more. Okay, 5 more words. Check out. You know, check out is when you leave a place, especially a hotel. You say the check-in and the check-out. Make out. Make out is to discover something. Okay? For example, when you go to the doctor give you a prescription, right? The doctor give you a prescription
Sí.
with the pills, etc. And you can understand because you don't understand the way he writes. You don't understand. What does it say here? Because you don't understand. You need to make out. You see?
Yeah.
So for example, because wow, what does it say here? I don't understand. You go to the drugstore and please, do you carry this product? And they say, okay, let me read. She's making out. Did you understand?
She's making out. Yeah. Yes.
For example, I don't understand this. I need to make it out. You need to make out something. Descifrar. Okay. Like make out here. I have a definition. Will you just give me a minute? Make out, to read or decipher something that is difficult to see or understand. As I said before, when you go to the doctor, you don't understand the prescription, so you need to make out.
Okay.
Because it's difficult, right?
Yes.
Let me change something here. I will explain. Let me write it here because I want to write something here. 1 second. Yes, focus on this part. In real life, everything is different. I have a question. Do you understand when I'm speaking, or do you want me to speak like slowly, or is it easy for you to understand when I speak in English? You
I
get it, right?
understand.
Oh, that's great. Let's continue. Focus on this part. We have get back and come back. Are both phrasal verbs that can be used to refer to returning to a place or situations after leaving. However, there is a slight difference in usage. Get back usually implies returning from a trip or journey, whereas come back implies returning to a location or situation that one was previously in. Repeat. Get back implies returning from a trip or a journey. For example, imagine that we travel to the UK. So after 10 days of stay there, we need to get back. You see, we need to get back because it was a journey, it was a trip, right? We need to get back because we traveled to UK. But come back implies returning to a location or situation, not only for a place, but also a situation. For example, I'll get back to the office by 5 p.m. implies returning from a meeting or a business trip. I'm coming back to the office after lunch implies returning to a same physical location. However, the two phrasal verbs can often be used interchangeably in some contexts, so it's important to consider the specific context and meaning intended when using either expression. Do you notice the difference, or maybe do you want me to explain with different examples?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. Look at this. Get back. Get back. You travel to Canada. And when you travel to Canada, because you live, for example, in Peru, do you want to get back? You don't want to get back. It's a long trip. For example, I will travel to Canada in 2 years, but I will not get back. I will not get back. Now I am in Peru, right? Now I'm living in Peru. So I will travel to Canada in 2 years, but I will not get back. It means no voy a regresar, get back. Now come back, returning to a location. For example, well, now I am going to Pepito's school and then I have to come back here. You see?
Okay.
Or imagine that I have a problem. I am going through a situation. I am going through a difficult situation with my wife, for example. You know, we need to discuss, we need to talk about this problem because I don't want to come back to the same situation.
Okay.
You see? In other words, in Spanish, to make it clear, or you get it? One more time. Give it a try. Give it a try. For example, I have a question. And maybe you in July, you will travel to Canada, right? I have a question. This is not a question, sorry. You will not get back. It's like a long trip. It's like a trip. It's a journey because you will travel to a different country, but you will not get back. Okay? For example, in the morning you went to the market, right? But you didn't come back. You didn't get back. You didn't come back because it's a physical location. You see? It's like a place. When you go to a place, you just come back. But when you go to a trip or a journey, you just get back. Both means regresar, but the situation is different. For example, imagine that you go to Paris. You will come back or you will get back to Uruguay?
Get back.
You will get back, of course. If you go to the hospital in 2 days, you will get back or you will come back to your house?
Come back.
You will come back. You see the difference between these two words? Yes. There is also one usage. For example, the word come back refers to a physical location, of course, but it also includes a situation. Imagine that you have a problem with your husband. You don't want to come back to that situation again. You don't want to come back. You see, but you don't say get back. You say you don't want to come back. No quiero regresar a ese problema de nuevo. You see?
Yeah.
That's all. That's the difference between these two words.
Okay, thank you.
Nice. Let's continue. Okay, we practice this. There's another one that I like to use a lot. Like, do you remember Mecca, right?
Yes.
Like it's when you try to read something that is difficult to understand. Number 8, allow for. Allow for means that you give something to yourself. 1 second. Allow. Allow for, make time or space available for something. Make time or space available for something. Got it?
Como permitir, ¿no?
Yes, but you give yourself time. You give yourself time. Look at this example. We need to allow for extra time. And means you're going to give to yourself extra time. Let's allow for a few extra guests. Permitámonos algo. It could be time or it could be something. You see?
Okay. Yeah.
For example, maybe you work from a.m. to 12 p.m. You work every day. And Gabby, I say, Gabby, you need to allow for extra time in order to practice your English. Necesitas darte a ti misma tiempo para practicar tu inglés. So you need to allow for time in order to practice. Allow for something. Allow for something. Cuando tú allow for something, quiere decir que te das eso a ti misma. Especially time, especially a thing. Then we have the word attend to. Attend to. Can you attend to the customer while I take a break? There is something different. Attend in Spanish means like when you go to a place, you attend a class. For example, you attend classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You attend classes. Attend to it, for example, imagine that you have your son and your son is sick, but you have to work and you say, Gabby, are you going to coming back tomorrow to the company? Are you going to come back tomorrow to the company? And then you say, oh, I'm sorry. I need to attend to my son because he is sick. Attend to. Necesito atender a mi hijo. Ese atender a mi hijo no es que va a asistir, sino que darle atención, cuidarlo. I need to attend. So for example, I say, can you attend to the customer while I take a break? You get it?
Atender también.
Yes, atender. I need to attend to some urgent matters before I can join the meeting. Atender, tratar, lidiar, attend. But attend to. And the last one that I like the most. For example, my car broke down on the highway. Car breakdown is a phrasal verb that we use when our machine or something is not working. It's acting out. So for example, my car broke down on the highway and I had to send for a tow truck. Remolque. Send for. Yo solicito a alguien. Cuando solicitas a alguien es send for. Send for, and you send for somebody. If you need any help with the repairs, just send for me and I'll come over. Send for me and I'll come over.
Okay. Yeah.
You get it? Como que alguien te manda a buscar.
Yeah.
You can say send for something. For example, send for something. A ver, send for something. A ver, voy a escribirlo aquí. Voy a compartir el PowerPoint. Voy a agregar aquí una nueva. Aquí. Look at this. Send for something. ¿Qué crees que sea send for something?
Buscar algo.
Claro, es como hacer, hacer traer. Hacer traer. For example, it's really cool. It's really cool. Or it's really cold. It's really cool these days. Hace mucho frío. O es frío estos días. It's time to send Send for my old coats at Pepito's house. Dice, ya es frío estos días. Es hora de hacer traer mis viejos abrigos a la casa de Pepito. You
Yeah.
see? Send for something. Send for something. Hacer traer. Imagine, then we have send for. Send somebody for something. Look at this. The doctor sent his assistant for some warm water. Quiere decir que el doctor envió a alguien por algo.
Okay.
So I can say, for example, Gabby, if you need help, please send me for a solution. Dice que si necesitas ayuda, envíame a mí para una solución. You see? Or maybe, for example, you say, hey, do you need, maybe your mother lives alone, right? Your mother. So you say, do you need any help, mom? Do you say, I will send Mary for a new plumber. Voy a hacer que María traiga un plomero. You see? Send somebody for something.
Okay.
So now let's practice. I'm sorry, let me make this bigger. Let me share the screen and let's go here. Please read and analyze and tell me the answer. Okay?
Okay. We will have to on that until we receive the confirmation. We will have to wait.
We will have to what?
Hold off on.
Hold off on. That's true. Hold off on, yes. Then until we receive the confirmation, right? I am not. It says I'm taking the situation seriously.
I'm not making light of the situation.
I am not making light of the situation. It means that you are taking the situation seriously, because if you are not making light of the situation, it means that you are taking the situation very seriously. Number 3, you have to on the second floor. I mean, you have to exit the elevator.
You have to get off.
Get off on the second floor. You say, please, I want to get off on the third floor. You say, get off. You don't say leave, you say get off. Okay, number 4, what time will you return? Or it could be both.
What time will you come back?
Of course, it's come back because you return to a place. What about here?
I can arrange for a wake up call to make sure you get up on time.
Get up on time. Number 6, leave your room.
You have to check out.
Yes, you have to check out. Number 7.
I'm sorry, I can't. What this says.
What this is.
I can make up.
Yes, because you can understand, right? Make out is understand something that you read. Number 8.
You should probably give yourself 2 hours to get to the airport. You should probably
Allow for, you give yourself. Of course, I'll take care of this right away.
I'll attend to.
I'll attend to. And number 10.
I send for a bellhop.
I'll send for a bellhop. that's amazing. Do you have any questions about these words?
No.
No, right? They are really, really interesting and very useful. Like, look at example number 10. It's like very simple. For example, I need to carry my bags. I am the guest, Gabby, and I need someone to help me. I need someone to help me. And you are a customer service, a front desk clerk. You say, oh, don't worry, I'll send for a bellhop. You don't say, I will call a bellhop. I'll send for it. Voy a solicitar o voy a pedir un botón para que nos ayude, ¿no? Of course. But of course, if I say call, it's okay, but I prefer to use phrasal verbs. I'll send for, or like attend to, you say, what are you doing here? You are supposed to attend to the people. Yes, I am attending to people. You see, estoy atendiendo a la gente. Allow for, you need to give yourself. So now you have a test because it has to do with especially and especially, and you didn't do it, right? The evaluation.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yes, so now every class you will have a test. And in the chat box, you have the link. Do you remember how do we use especially and especially, right? Or maybe a review before the test.
Especially with E is especialmente.
And especially with S?
The
same. Look at this example. Okay?
Okay.
I love, before you take the test, okay? First, just try to understand, okay? Try to understand. Gabby, I love Peruvian food. I love Peruvian food. Peruvian food means ceviche, pachamanca, lomo saltado, Peruvian food. So I love Peruvian food. But the food I like the most is ceviche, right? So instead of saying the food that I like the most is, I can say I love Peruvian food, especially ceviche. Above all, the food that I love the most is ceviche. So I love Peruvian food, especially with E, especially ceviche. You see? Especially. Sobre todo, el ceviche, el que me gusta más, For example, if I say, well, when I go to the university, I have different subjects. When I go to the university, I have different subjects, calculus 1, math, software development 2, and especially, I don't know, English is a subject that we study more. You see, especially English. I don't understand English. I don't understand English grammar. I don't understand, especially phrasal verbs. De todos los temas que hay en el idioma inglés, porque no entiendo todos, el que menos entiendo, phrasal verbs. You see, especially. You got it with E?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Another example could be, for example, like, I am tired on Monday. I am tired on Tuesday. I am tired every day. I am tired every day because I work every day. But today in the morning, I cleaned my house, I washed my clothes, I went to the supermarket, I walked the dog, I washed my dog, I take out the trash, etc., etc. So today, I am especially tired. You see, I am especially tired because I am more tired. You see? So you can also use especially to emphasize an adjective. Like you say, well, you have different exams. On Monday, because you go to school, you have different exams. Math, I don't know, chemistry, it's English, Spanish, etc. And they are difficult. They are difficult exam, but today's exam was especially difficult because was more difficult.
Yes.
You notice the difference, right?
Yes.
And then we have especially with S. Especially with S means that you explain the purpose or the function. For example, Gabby, I don't teach French people English. I don't teach French people. I don't teach Portuguese people. I don't teach Japanese people. I just teach Spanish peoples like you, okay? Spanish people who speak Spanish. So my classes are specially for Spanish speakers. You see? It means It means that my classes can be taken but by Portuguese speakers. My classes can be taken by Japanese speakers. No, they can take the classes because my classes are just especially for Spanish speakers. If I say especially with E, means that everyone can take my classes, but especially Spanish speakers. You see? Another example. These cookies are especially with E, especially for diabetic people. These cookies are especially for diabetic people means you are not a diabetic person, right? You are not, but you can eat my cookies. You can eat my cookies, but these cookies are especially for diabetic people. So you are healthy, you can eat it, and they are sick, they can eat it. But if I use especially with S, means that this is just for diabetic people. Did you understand? Or maybe in Spanish to make it clear. A little bit. Ok. Si yo te digo, mira, estas galletas están especialmente hechas para gente con diabetes, pero digo especially con E. Digo, estas galletas están especialmente hechas para gente con diabetes. Quiere decir, si tú lo dices con E, quiere decir que cualquier persona puede comer, pero sobre todo las pueden comer las que tienen diabetes. Ahora, si tú me dices con S nada más, quiere decir que solamente la gente con diabetes la puede comer porque esa es su función o su propósito, solamente ellos. Por ejemplo, en este caso, mis clases no son para gente que habla portugués, no son para gente que habla chino, mandarín, para que hablan francés, solamente son para los que hablan español. Entonces, mis clases son specially con S, porque solamente son para ellos. Pero imagínate que yo también enseñe clases para portugués, Portuguese people, French people, para todos. La clase puede ser para todos, pero ¿quién las aprovechan más? Sobre todo los que hablan español, porque yo hablo español, ¿sí o no? Entonces sería especially con E. Entonces, depende de lo que tú quieras decir, vas a tener que ver si es especially con E o especially con S. Did you understand? So please, you can share the screen right now. I send the test, so you can start it now.
I'm very tired today after my workout, everything. Especially
Muy bien.
I'm learning a new language. I'm learning a new language, especially French. Especially. I always wear my luggage socks to important meetings if they are silly. I am a big fan of hiking in the mountains. I love spending time with my friends, and we have been. I love spending time with my friend. Especially.
Nice, especially.
These are made for that. Especially. I like this cardigan. Both can be possible.
Yes, both can be possible. Remember that we say knit. Knit, coser.
Okay. These English classes are created for Spanish speakers. These English classes are.
Remember that I just teach Spanish speakers. So I just teach. I don't teach French people. I don't teach like Colombian people. Just Spanish speakers. Well, they are Spanish too. Sorry, like yes, especially with S, right?
This dog is trying to eat. Okay, many people especially. My grandma has a sofa beside her balcony. Especially. Oh.
Yes, 100% congratulations. It wasn't difficult, right?
Mm.
Yes, or just a little bit. A little bit.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's continue with our class. And let me share my screen. 1 second. Yes. Okay, so now then we have 10 more phrasal verbs. We practice this, right? We practice send for, attend for, you know? We practice this. Well, then you will have your exam about these words. Okay, you will have an exam.
Okay.
Let's continue. Let's learn 10 more verbs. Okay. Wash up. Wash up is like, for example, when you clean yourself. So for example, after you wake up, after you get up, you wash up. Wash up means you clean your face, you wash your face, you wash your hands.
Okay.
Okay. You say, hey, for example, imagine that your son is playing with the mat or playing in the mat. So you say, hey, please, hey, wash up. Wash up before coming inside. You see?
¿Me puedes dar un segundito, porfa?
Okay, I can wait.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Wash up. You know, when you clean yourself. Okay, so for example, before you eat, you need to wash up. And mean you wash your hands or maybe your face. Wash up. Wash up means when you wash your hands or face. And that's all. Then we have watch out for. Watch out is like when you have to be very careful. Be careful about something. You say watch out for something.
Watch out for.
Watch out
Okay.
for. Then we have run out of. You remember this phrasal verb, right? Run out of.
Run out of.
When you use something and maybe it is disappearing because you are consuming everything or you are consuming all of them.
Yeah.
For example, I had 10 batteries. Yesterday I had 6 batteries and today I have 2 batteries. I am running out of batteries. Se me están acabando. I am running out of. Then we have a get back, you know, return to a place where one was before. I explained this, get back. Calm down. You need to calm down. For example, maybe a client is really upset. You have to say, hey, please calm down, relax, check in, you know, check in, look into means investigate or examine something in order to understand and find out more about it. For example, when it's difficult to make out, what is make out?
Descubrir.
Yes, descubrir, tratar de descifrar, okay? You are like looking into something. Look at this. I will look into this issue. Voy a investigar este problema. I will look into something.
Yeah.
And this is another expression that I like a lot because if you are a bellhop or if you are the concierge in a hotel, you use this expression, see you too. To accompany someone to a particular place. Let me see you to the door. Déjeme acompañarle a la puerta. Let me see you to the door. You get it?
Okay.
No es déjame verte a la puerta, es déjame acompañarte.
Okay.
Let me see you. You got it?
Yes.
Number 9, set off. Set off means to activate an alarm or device that makes a loud noise. Like you set off the alarm. For example, there's like fire alarm when you go to school or in a hotel. Set off. Set off. Activate an alarm.
Only for alarm.
Yeah, only for alarms, yes. Or maybe a device that makes a loud noise.
Okay.
And there is something that we call sirena in the cab, in the police car, right? He said, hey, set it off, set it off. And sort it out is to resolve or deal with a problem or issue. solucionar o lidiar con un problema. Todo eso es sort it out. We need to sort out these accounting discrepancies before the end of the month. You say sort it out.
Okay.
So here we have a conversation. Oh, now you are the receptionist and I am the guest.
Okay.
Hi, I need a check-in for my reservation.
Of course. May I see your ID and credit card, please?
Sure, here they are.
Great. Everything looks good. Your room is on the 5th floor. Just remember to wash up before coming down for breakfast.
Will do. Oh, and can you tell me if there are any local attractions I should watch out for?
Well, there's a beautiful hiking trail nearby, but make sure to watch out for snakes on the path.
Thanks for letting me know. By the way, do you have any spare toothpaste? I think I'm running out of mine.
Yes, we do have extra toothpaste at the front desk. I set one aside for you.
Thank you so much. I need to get back to my room now, but I'll come back later to look into a local restaurant.
Sounds good. Just remember to calm down and take it easy. We want you to enjoy your stay here.
I will. Thanks for your help. I'll see you later.
See you later. And if you need anything else, just let us know. We're happy to sort it out for you.
And that's all. Yes, we're happy to sort it out for you. Here we have the expression in practice, put it in context, like this. Remember that when you are going to talk about the number of the floor, you say on. Like, look at this. Remember to wash up. Remember to wash your face and wash your hands before you coming down for breakfast, you see? Or if there are any locations, local attractions I should watch out for. Watch out for is like to be careful about. And they say, yes, make sure to watch out for snakes on the path. On the path, la ruta, camino, ese is the path. Another, like, and I'll come back later to look into to investigate local restaurants. And that's all. Let's continue. Here you have a test. Let's go here. You can.
You can in the restaurant down the hall. Wash up.
You can wash up. You should.
You should be careful of big pockets in that part of the city. Wash out.
Just watch out. Watch out for.
Wash out. Like what's out for?
Watch out for is like pickpockets. Do you know what do you know what pickpockets are?
Okay.
Pickpockets is carteristas, gente que roba las carteras, son pickpockets.
Oh yeah, pickpockets. What's out for?
Number 3.
With pens. We have no more pens today, but I'll make sure you get one tomorrow. Run out of pens.
Run out of pen. Number 4.
You will your deposit when you return the remote control. You will take back.
Take back, but we didn't learn take back.
Your deposit. Come back.
Okay, it could be come back. It could be come back or it could be get back. Both are possible. Okay, but
Pero
remember.
Take back no es devolver, take back.
Yeah, take back es devolver, tú lo has dicho, pero ¿qué voy a devolver? You will take back your deposit when you return that remote control? What is what does deposit for you mean? Do you have any ideas?
La seña. Como una seña. El depósito.
El deposit podría ser el resto, ¿no? Ese es el deposit. O un depósito bancario. So you will get back your deposit when you return the remote control. En este
Okay.
caso, get back es de recibir de nuevo.
Mhm.
No es el verbo frasal, es tú conseguirás de regreso tu depósito cuando regreses el control.
Remoto.
Ajá, aquí no tiene nada que ver el verbo get back, que es regresar de un lugar a otro.
Yeah.
Ok,
Okay.
es como cuando yo te decía, hey, look up. Si te digo look up solito tiene dos significados. Puede significar busca la palabra en algún lugar o mira arriba. So be,
Mhm.
watch out for that word. Watch out. Watch out for that word. Let's continue. What about number 5?
Please relax. Stop kidding. Calm down.
Calm down. Number 6.
Unfortunately, you can only register as a guest and leave your room. You can only check in.
Check in.
I will this right away. I will investigate, check this right away. I will look into this right away.
Look into this right away. Yes. Number
My
8.
colleague will accompany you to your room. My colleague will see you to your room.
See you to your room. Number 9.
You, the alarm by smoking in your room. And you set off the alarm. The alarm. Don't worry, we'll figure it out, resolve it. Don't worry, we'll sort it out.
That's great, Gabby. Do you have any question to this point?
No.
No, just remember that you have to practice these 10 words, okay? So now let's continue with something different. This is what we call situations, okay? A continuación te voy a hacer preguntas de nivel fácil, dice level easy. Quiero que escojas las respuestas más natural, la que suene más natural, ¿ok? La que tenga más sentido común, la que creas tú que sea la conveniente. Empezamos. Si yo te digo, can someone bring my bags up to my room? What would you say?
And someone bring my bags up to my room. I guess I'm going to do that right. I think that I'm going to do that. Are you going to I get someone to do that right now. Wait.
Perfect, yes. Conseguiré a alguien que lo haga rápido o ya. También recuerda que pues al get or I will send for, voy a solicitar a alguien, send for somebody. Don't forget. Do you have a valet parking? What's your answer? Yes.
I get some yes, you can buy no, no. Yes, you can park it in the parking lot around the corner.
Uh-oh, it says, do you have valet parking? You say, no, we don't have free parking. Look at this. Yes, you can park it in the parking lot around the corner. Si te preguntan por valet parking, el valet parking es la persona que se lleva el auto. Y tú le vas a decir, sí, sí tenemos valet parking y tú lo puedes parquear en el parking lot, en el estacionamiento de la vuelta de la esquina. No. Okay. Could be, this could be, I'll get someone to park your car. Conseguir a alguien que parquee podría ser o no. Okay. Entonces, estos dos pueden ser. Number 3. Can I stay an extra night?
I'm sorry, but we're all booked for tonight.
Yes, we are all booked for tonight. Number 4.
Where can I get a taxi into the city? We call you a cab. I call you a cab taxi.
I'll call you a cab or a taxi. A cab or a taxi. They're the same. They're synonyms, right? If you don't want to say taxi, you say a cab.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 5, can you give me a different room? This one is too small. What do you think?
I'm sorry, but it's the biggest room we have available right now.
Okay. Number 6, is there a restaurant nearby?
Is there a restaurant? There's a Chinese restaurant right across the street.
Amazing. Number 7, can my guests stay in my room overnight?
Yes, but they have to register at the reception desk.
Number 8, I like a room for 3 nights.
Will you like a room with 1 bed or 2?
How many nights will you be staying? You see?
Okay.
Now, focus on this part. Carlos, why do you use that? Okay. Imagínate que tú me quieres preguntar, señor, ¿cuántas noches se va a quedar? ¿Cierto? Lo que una persona normalmente diría es, and no, también esto es malo. Si tú no ves que alguien te escribe así, how, es like bitch, es grosería. ¿Ok? How many nights will you stay? ¿No? Como que ¿cuántas noches se quedará? También he escuchado how many days do you want to stay? ¿Cuántas noches se quiere quedar? Perdón, ¿cuántos días se quiere quedar? Oigan, de noches. ¿Y crees que está mal? ¿Ambas oraciones están bien o no? Dice, ¿cuántas noches se quedará? ¿Cuántas noches?
La segunda.
A ver, aquí, how many nights? Ahora sí. ¿Cuántas noches quiere quedarse? ¿Ambas estarán correctas o no? ¿Qué opinas?
Sí.
Ambas están correctas, Gaby. Pero imagínate lo siguiente. Cuando tú vas a comprar, la que vende te dice o el que vende, ¿sí que quiere? O le responde, sí, ¿qué desea? ¿A quién le comprarías? ¿Al que te contesta sí que quiere? ¿O al que te dice sí, qué desea?
Que sea.
El que desea. ¿Y por qué? No está mal. Tú puedes preguntar qué quieres. Sí, tú puedes hacer. Y no hay ningún error en español tampoco. Lo que pasa es que cuando tú trabajas, no puedes decirle al cliente qué quieres, ¿no? Porque suena, a pesar de que está bien dicho, suena un poco descortés. ¿Ok? Entonces, en el idioma inglés existe un tema llamado el future continuous. ¿Te acuerdas?
Sí.
So we use the future continuous when we want to talk about an action that will be in progress in the future. Para hablar de una acción que estará en progreso en el futuro. Por ejemplo, I will be teaching English at 5 p.m. because I have a class at 5 p.m. So I will be teaching English. So in this case, para ser un poco más cortés, en el idioma inglés se ha determinado hacer este tipo de preguntas con el futuro progresivo, como ¿cuántas noches se estará quedando? Will you be staying? Suena más cortés que decir cuántas noches se queda. Did you understand?
Pero si ya te dice que le gustaría por 3 noches.
Ah, pero ¿qué pregunta crees que le hizo? El how many nights will you be staying? You see?
Ah, esa es la pregunta
Ex-
de arriba.
exacto. Me
Ah,
preguntaron esto para yo responder. Me gustaría cuatro por
ya.
3 noches. Yes. Can I pay cash or can I pay by cash? Can I pay in cash? Can I pay by cash? What's your answer?
Of course.
Of course, that's true. Number 10. I don't want my
Mm,
sheets change every day.
mm, I don't it's change every day. There's a comment. There's a car you can put el primero, there's a car you can put.
There's a card you can put on your door handle and lend the cleaning staff. No. Okay?
Okay.
And that's all. Okay, so I have a question, Gabby. Okay, we're going to finish these exercises. And there are, well, you have 13 hours because you paid for a new group of classes. 12
Uh-huh.
more lessons, of course. And I have a question. Do you want to study today 1 hour or you want to study 2 hours and then we can continue? So what's your opinion? Can we continue or maybe you want to study today for 1 hour and the next lesson for two, or what do you think?
It's the same.
It's the same for you. Let's continue. So, okay, this is hotel reception or guest service part 2. So here you will find some words that you maybe sometimes people get confused. Like, look at this one. It says, I'm sorry, we don't have any rooms like available or rentable that weekend. What is your answer?
Available.
Nice, available. Number 2, would you like me to check another date or another schedule for you?
Would you like me to check another date?
Another date. I'm sorry, we're all books or booked?
Booked.
Booked. I'll need to see your passport or some other form of
Identification.
identification. We don't have room, servants, or service.
Service.
Service. The concierge will show you to your room or will carry to your room?
The concierge will carry
Show you. Show you. Remember that they can also say see you. See you to your room. Te va a acompañar. Aquí le va a mostrar su habitación. See you to your room or show you to your room.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a
Uh-huh.
tiny bar or a mini bar in every suit.
Minibar.
A mini bar. Let me know if I can be of further assistance or assistant.
Assistance.
Assistance. Before you arrive, so prior to your arrival or previous to your arrival?
Previous.
Prior. Prior means like before.
Y previous.
Previous es previous something. Previous
Okay.
es el adjetivo. Por ejemplo, our previous class. But prior
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah.
Okay? Let me give you some examples with the word prior. Prior significa before. Before. Por ejemplo, quiero decir antes del robo, ¿cómo sería prior to the burglary? Antes, por ejemplo, antes de la actuación, prior to performance, prior to the performance. ¿Se entiende?
Yeah. Yes.
Por ejemplo, quiero decir antes de ir a la farmacia. En lugar de decir before going to the pharmacy, digo prior to. Prior to es como decir before.
Yeah.
We also have a gym which can use at your disposal. ¿Qué significa at your disposal?
Disposición.
No, no, no. Disposal es a tu disposición. Claro, tienes total razón. Questions?
No.
Ya, tienes que chequearte también estas palabras. Yo te voy a mandar el archivo. Next. A concierge or a counselor is someone who works at a reception desk.
A concierge.
A concierge. I'll get one of the bellhops to take your bags or baggage.
Baggage.
Incorrect. Your bags. Remember that this is my baggage. Mi bolsito es mi baggage. Lo dejo en el aeropuerto. Perdón, este es mi luggage. Lo dejo en el aeropuerto. Cuando yo lo dejo ya se transforma en baggage. Cuando lo recojo se transforma en luggage. Y eso es mi bolso. Luggage o bags. Someone left or gave a package for you.
La.
If a room is bigger, you can say it's more spacious or spatial.
Spacious.
Spacious. I'll have to console or consult with the manager.
Consult.
Consult. To reserve a room, to book a room, or to reservation a room.
Book. To book a room.
I can warranty or guarantee.
Guarantee.
Guarantee. We have really good weekend deals or offering.
Offerings.
Deals. Deals. Special offers like deals. Would you like me to request or to call a taxi?
I need to call.
Breakfast is inclusive or included?
Included.
Hotel reception guest services number 4. The rate for the room is slightly or lightly?
The rate for that room is lightly.
Slightly. I can assist you or I can assess you.
Assist you.
Is there a trouble or is there a problem?
Is there a trouble?
Problem. Is there a problem? But remember that you have troubles. En inglés, problem y trouble son lo mismo. Usualmente decimos que hay problemas, pero que tenemos trouble y que hay problems. You see?
Problemas y hay problemas. Okay.
Okay, 1 second. Trouble versus problem. A ver, voy a compartir la diferencia entre trouble.
Here, the number 1, slightly and lightly.
Slightly means ligeramente y lightly es ligeramente. Pero slightly no se refiere, por ejemplo, voy a comer algo ligero, ¿no? Estoy comiendo ligeramente, quiere decir que estoy comiendo poco. Slightly es ligeramente, pero no tiene que ver con poco.
Yeah.
Se refiere a, por ejemplo, yo soy ligeramente más inteligente que tú. Un poquitín más inteligente que tú. Pero yo estoy comiendo lightly, estoy comiendo ligeramente, ya no estoy comiendo en grandes cantidades. ¿Ok? A ver,
Yes.
voy a agregarle un poquito de lo que acabo de escribir. 1 second. It's here, it's here, it's here. Yes. Dice, trouble and problem are similar words that are often used interchangeably, but there is a slight difference in their meanings. Mira, pero hay una ligera diferencia. Trouble refers to a difficulty or a situation that causes inconvenience, annoyance, or discomfort. It can be a minor inconvenience or a major disturbance. For example, I had trouble finding my keys this morning. The flight was delayed, causing a lot of trouble for the passengers. Entonces, trouble se refiere a una situación o a una dificultad que produce disconfort, que produce enojo y que produce problemas. Ahora, problems refers to a difficult or complex situation that requires a solution. It is something that needs to be addressed or solved. For example, the company is facing financial problems. We need to find a solution to the problem of pollution in the city. In summary, trouble refers to difficulty or inconvenience, while problem refers to a complex or difficult situation that requires solution. You get it?
Yes.
Nice. This service is given or provided as a part of your room rate?
Provided.
Provided. Breakfast is not included in the price. We'll have to pay extra or money for it.
Extra.
We offer 24-hour or 24 hours room service.
Hours.
Hour, just in singular. Remember, when you have the hyphen, you have to write it in singular. The word amenities refers to comforts or conveniences or conventions.
Conveniences.
We have an indoor pool or an inside pool?
Indoor.
Indoor pool. Talking with guests. Level medium, easy medium. What is number one?
Can you get someone to clean my room? Yeah, I guess I need to clean Yes, el primero, I'll get someone to do that right away.
Nice. Why was my credit card declined?
I don't know, you'll have to contact your bank to get that information.
Nice. Where is breakfast served?
In the hotel restaurant.
In the hotel.
No,
In the hotel. Could you please confirm my reservation by email?
Yes, I send you a confirmation email right away.
Yes. Number 5, we need some clean towels.
I asked the cleaning staff to bring you some.
How much are the small bottles of brandy in the minibar?
They are $10 each.
They are $10 each. Remember that we don't say they are $10 every. Do you remember that I explained the difference between every and each? Yes. I need to wake up at 7 a.m.
I make sure you get a wake-up call at that time.
Do you accept MasterCard?
Yes, we accept all major credit cards.
How much is your cheapest double room?
How much is your cheapest double room? Right now, our cheapest one is 200 per night.
200 per night. I reserve a room for Friday. I like to change that to Saturday. Okay, let me check your reservation. Okay, we're done with this part. And now let's discuss about something totally different, which is really important in English. And then we can come back. So we go to our classes. Let me share the screen. Go to classes and then you can find false. You write false. It says falsos amigos. Recuerda que ya hemos implementado el buscador de temas, ¿no? En este caso escribes false. Recuerda que todos los días se agregan temas, entonces ya puedes buscarlos más rápido. Let's start with this grammar class. Los falsos amigos en inglés. Probablemente conozcas algunos, pero siempre hay algo nuevo. Dice que los falsos amigos o false friends son palabras que son similares entre los idiomas, en este caso el tuyo que es el español y el inglés. Aquí voy a presentarte varios ejemplos en contexto para que no metas demasiado la pata cuando hables en inglés. Dice, imagínate que estás en Londres y vas a la farmacia a comprar algo para calmar los síntomas de un constipado. Para nosotros, constipado es que tenemos la nariz tapada y hablamos de esta manera. Pero en inglés, constipated significa estreñido. ¿Ya sabías ese? Yes.
No.
Entonces, cuando tú digas, I am constipated, estás estreñido, no puedes ir al baño. No quiere decir que estás, you have a cold. Cuando hablas así, you have a cold. You are not constipated. You see? O sea que si tomas lo que te den para un resfriado, no solo te recuperarás rápidamente, sino que puede que además te produzca diarrea. ¿Ok? Y no cometas el tremendo error de que si el bote de pastillas te pone que tomes 11 al día, tomarte 11 pastillas, ¿no? Once significa una vez. ¿Ok? Cuando alguien te dice que alguien es bigoted o is a bigoted person, no te está explicando que la persona tiene bigote, sino que se trata de una persona intolerante o con prejuicios. For example, Gabby, are you a bigoted person?
No.
No, right? You are not. You are open-minded. Eres de
Ujú.
mente abierta. You are not bigoted. Lo mismo pasaría con una persona considerada callous. Callous no tiene que ver con los callos, sino que se trata de una persona insensible o cruel. Por ejemplo, en la nueva película de Mario Bros, Bowser dice, he is a callous turtle. Es una tortuga insensible y cruel. Ajá.
Ujú.
Si alguien te informa que el suelo o el piso tiene puestas carpet, no quiere decir que está cubierto de carpetas, sino que ha puesto una moqueta o una alfombra.
Ujú.
Si necesitas un consejo legal, visita a un lawyer o un attorney, no a un avocado. El avocado porque podrías encontrarte con un aguacate con corbata. Y estas equivocaciones pasan por casualidad, o sea que pasan by chance, no por casualty. Recuerda que casualty se refiere a la persona herida o fallecida, víctima. For example, yesterday I was driving my car and I saw an accident. There were a lot of casualties. ¿Te diste cuenta? And I saw them by chance. Los vi a los heridos de casualidad. Si te tiran un compliment, no te están lanzando un complemento, que puede ser un tipo de collar o bolso. Te están echando un piropo y eso siempre es de agradecer. Si te invitan a salir,
Ujú.
puede que alguien te pida una date. No significa que te piden algún dato. Recuerda que dato es data o data. Un date es una cita romántica. Y ahora una cita que no sea romántica también es
Appointment.
appointment. Date también significa fecha. For example, today's date is October 18th. La fecha de hoy es 18 de octubre. Pero ten cuidado, no caigas en una deception. Una deception no es decepción, sino es un engaño. Mira, deception. Si en esa cita tu pareja te ofrece zumo de currant, no te preocupes, suena currante, pero se trata de un zumo de grosela. La grosela es como la uva. Let me
Ujú.
show you. Esos son como las uvas, son groselas.
Ujú. Yeah.
Ok.
Yes.
Luego dice que podrían invitarte al teatro. Si estás en Londres, no te pierdas Les Miserables, que por cierto, sentirse miserable significa sentirse deprimido o triste. Ya estás en el teatro y te proponen tomarte algo en el foyer. No te están pidiendo qué, allí mismo. Recuerda que foyer es el vestíbulo, la entrada.
Okay.
Al salir del espectáculo podrías ir a cenar algo. Después de un buen plato de salad es ensalada, no es salado.
Ujú.
El camarero te puede ofrecer un dessert, que no es desertar, sino es postre. Luego tu pareja es muy rico y generoso y te invitará. Nada de pagar a medias, to go Dutch. Y tendrá que pagar con money, no con dinner. Recuerda que money es dinero y dinner es cena.
Sí. Ujú.
Si conversas y le explicas que te sientes un poco disgustada, no le vayas a decir que estás disgusted, porque disgusted es asqueado, solo que te encuentras upset. Si te pones colorada y tu cita pregunta si te sientes embarrassed, no es que te veas gorda y pienses que estás embarazada. Embarrassed es avergonzado. Recuerda que pregnant es embarazado.
Ujú.
Si te dice que él es un tipo entrepreneur, no es que se esté fijando entre tu entrepierna. Te está explicando que es un empresario. Si te
Ujú.
acompaña al exit, no es tu compañero de éxitos, sino que te acompaña a la salida. Seguro que tu pareja es un tipo sensible. Sensible es sensato, realista. Y puede que también algo sensitive, una persona sensible. Así que no te tendrá en cuenta todas las equivocaciones que hayas podido cometer en el idioma o language. Porque recuerda que idiom significa una frase hecha o refrán. Y
Ujú,
ahora solo te queda enjoy, que es disfrutar. Enjoy no es enjollarse. Aunque si se ofrece regalarte un par de diamantes, tampoco le digas que no. Entonces, como puedes ver, acá he escrito como una pequeña historia sobre los falsos amigos en inglés. De hecho,
ujú,
una pequeña lista con todos los verbos o palabras que mis estudiantes fallan, especialmente es esta de aquí, la de conductor. Todos piensan que conductor es conductor, el que maneja, pero el que maneja es driver, el conductor es el director de orquesta. También
ujú.
aquí, commodity no tiene que ver con comodidad. Commodity es el producto. Comodidad es confort.
Yes.
Casualty, víctima. Coincidence es casualidad.
Yeah.
Otro que se equivocan es el career. Career es carrera profesional cuando ya terminas de estudiar, pero la carrera universitaria es degree. So, Gabby, do you have any questions about these words?
No.
You just need to practice and check it out. Okay?
Mhm.
Thank
Yes.
you. So let's continue. I think we have a different lesson, so we can skip that part. We're done, we're done, we're done, we're done, we're done, especially we're done, we're done. We're done. No, 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 no. Yes, let's continue with our class. Talking with guests, but this is general reception 3. So, Gabby, this is medium of hard, so the questions are more difficult.
Okay.
Number 1, imagine that someone file a complaint. Do you remember when we were talking about legal English? The attorney, the paralegal, the plaintiff, defendant. We learn file a complaint. What does it mean in Spanish?
Como que poner una queja.
Una
Okay.
demanda, una queja, una denuncia. Yes. You say, I'd like to file a complaint with the manager. What would you say?
Um, he's not around right now, but I have him call you as soon as possible.
That's true. Number 2, I have a reservation. My name is McAllister.
Um, okay, how do you spell your last name?
Mhm. How do I get to the hotel from the airport?
Mm, we have a shuttle bus that runs to and from the airport.
Do you know what a shuttle bus means?
Yes, the bus.
In the airport, right?
Uh-huh.
How far is your hotel from the train station?
Mm, we're about 2 kilometers away.
What about the kilometers away? I think the taxi driver cheated me.
Mm, you have to make sure that the taxi driver uses the meter.
The meter, the
The meter,
meter.
el medidor, como,
Exactly. Let me show you the meter. I will look for an image. This is the meter. 1 second. The meter. It says like how many kilometers you have to drive.
yeah.
And then you can see the price, the fare. The fare es la tarifa. Recuerda que en algunos lugares te cobran por la distancia recorrida o por el tiempo. So you have to check the meter. Is it safe to walk alone around here?
Yes, this is a very safe neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Where is the conference room?
It's on the second floor.
It's on the second floor. How do I get to the conference room?
Um, the second, take the elevator up.
Remember that you
Yes.
don't name things, you mark things. For example, when your son goes to school, do you mark his colored pens or your colored pencils, or do you name? You marked, you don't name them.
Okay.
Cuando me refiero a name, es que, por ejemplo, a los colores que le compramos a tu hijo así, tú escribes sus nombres para que no le roben a tu hijo o se le pierda. Tú marcas, tú no lo nombras. Mark viene a cuando le pones la etiqueta, el nombre. Name, quisiera, es como que, por ejemplo, yo a mi lacto le digo Pepito. Hoy voy a aprender a Pepito. Pepito se me logró. Yo le nombro a mi objeto. Y tú no haces eso, ¿sí o no?
No.
Yes. Entonces nosotros es marked, we don't name. Number 9, that's a little out of price range.
Will you be paying my phone? Let's see if we can find it. The second, okay, let's see if we can find you something.
More affordable. Why do I have to leave my passport?
It's hotel policy.
Mhm.
All
No,
guests.
it's you remember that you answered this question in this way. It's hotel policy. All guests have to leave their passport at the reception desk for the duration of their stay. Yes, because you have to give your identification. But when you live in a different country, you leave your passport, right?
Yes.
So now, general vocabulary practice number 1. So we were practicing with questions, but now vocabulary is important, Gabi. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 words. You have to complete. The guess. The carpet is dirty. I will
Sweep the carpet.
But you sweep a carpet, tú barres con una escoba una alfombra,
Yes.
o you vacuum.
It's vacuum.
Yes, generalmente se vacuum the carpet. I don't know in Spanish. Se aspira con la aspiradora.
Vacuum.
The trash can is full.
The trash is full. I will empty.
I will empty the trash. Recuerda que, for example, my mom says, Carlos, please empty the trash. Empty the trash means que me recoja toda la basura que hay y que ya lo saque. También tenemos el take out the trash. Take out the trash. Okay. Continue.
I will change for today. I will change your sheets. I will change your sheets.
El sheets, the number 4 is mop. Mop viene como trapear. Trapear.
Right now. I will come back later.
But before we continue, let me explain something. Yes, this one. Okay, Gabby, focus on this part. Dice, take out the trash or empty the trash. Both are commonly used phrases that refer to the act of removing the garbage from trash can or bin. Take out the trash is more general phrase that can mean either removing the full trash bag from inside the trash can or taking the entire trash can outside for disposal. It is often in everyday conversation. On the other hand, empty the trash specifically refers to the action of removing the full trash bag from inside the trash can and replacing with it a new empty bag. This phrase is more commonly used in a professional or formal setting, such as in an office or a restaurant, where there may be specific protocols for managing waste. En Spanish, cuando tú le digas a alguien take out the trash, es una frase más general que significa sacar la basura y llevar, o sea, por ejemplo, en tu casa hay una basura gigante donde echamos todas las basuras, un tachito, ¿verdad? Si yo te digo take out the trash, yo te digo que agarres esa bolsa y que la lleves afuera al tacho. En Estados Unidos no sé si has visto que hay como unos tachos de color verde gigantes.
Sí.
Ya, entonces, normalmente nosotros cuando te dicen take out the trash, sacas la bolsa de basura de tu casa y ¡pop! Lo tiras acá.
Yes.
Y es común, lo puedes usar en cualquier momento. On the other hand, luego tenemos lo que es empty the trash. Empty the trash se refiere, por ejemplo, a que acá yo tengo mi tachito en mi casa, ¿cierto? Y este tachito tiene una bolsa. Cuando te digo empty the trash, quiere decir que yo saco la bolsa y le pongo otra bolsa nueva.
Okay.
Y también es lo mismo que voy y dejo la basura, ¿no? Pero es un poquito más formal que take out the trash. Este es empty the trash, take out the trash. Más formal. Did you understand?
Yes.
Let's continue. Come back, you are right. Number 6.
There are leaves in the computer beside my door. I will sweep the computer.
Sweep, number 7.
Some more coffee. I will use some more coffee. I will bring you some more coffee.
Bring, nice.
And we get some towels. I will get you some. Probably some
Some fresh?
fresh.
Fresh, yes. Let's
Yes.
continue.
Yes. I will.
Can you leave some more soup? Soup or soap? Soap. Jabón. So for us, I will
To leave some after bring. No,
make sure.
make sure.
Asegurarse que algo pase, Gaby, es make sure. I will make sure to leave some after I'm done cleaning. When will my laundry be ready?
I bring it to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, so here you remember sweep, barrer, make sure, asegurarme, sheets, sábanas, empty the trash, sacar la basura, take out the trash, sacar la basura, vacuum, aspirar, mop, trapear.
Yeah.
Talking with guests, part 2. If I say, how much does it cost to do laundry? What would you answer?
How much does it cost? The prices are listed on this piece of paper.
Yes, that's true. The prices are listed on this piece of paper. Or you can also say, well, you can check the prices on the website.
Okay.
Can we get some more water?
Yes, I get you some.
Yes, I'll get you some. I don't have to clean the room today.
You don't have to do laundry. I will clean the room later today.
Oh, thank you. Si te dice, no tienes que limpiar el cuarto hoy. Y yo le contesto, oh, gracias. O le digo, la limpiaré más tarde hoy. No, no tiene sentido.
Okay.
Number 4, this lamp does not work.
I will let the management know about this.
These towels are dirty.
Lo mismo.
Which one?
Yeah. I will let the manager.
No, I will get you some clean towels.
No, yes.
How often do you change the sheets?
We usually change them every other day.
Mhm. The remote control doesn't work.
The battery must be dead. I replace it.
The battery must be there. I'll replace it. Could you come back in an hour?
Would you combine? Okay.
Could you please empty the trash?
Okay.
We need some more soap and shampoo.
We need some
Some
Okay.
soap and shampoo.
I will get you some right away.
I will get you some right away. As you can see, when somebody asks you something, Gabby, you always say, I will get you some right away. I will get you some right away. Se lo concederé de inmediato. Siempre respondemos lo mismo. Si te piden algo, porque es lo único que hacemos. Y ahora, antes de terminar, vamos a empezar con un poco de politeness training, un poco de entrenamiento cortés, ya sea para customer service o para cualquier trabajo.
Okay.
Part of providing good customer service is knowing the right way to communicate. English has its own accepted ways of talking to customer, clients, or guests. If you don't use these or if you use them incorrectly, you might come across as rude or unprofessional. Come across es dar la impresión de, ¿ok? Entonces te das cuenta que en inglés es algo aceptado la forma en que hablamos de los clientes. Y si lo usamos incorrectamente, podríamos dar la impresión de descortés o poco profesionales.
Yes.
Si alguien te dice, can you help me, please? O can you please help me, ¿qué le contesto?
1 second, I'll be right with you.
1 second, I'll be right with you. Do you work here?
Yes, how can I help you?
Nice. I think we need some extra blankets.
I get some sent up to your room.
Okay. Okay, let me check it here. Yes. Can you call me a taxi? You say, certainly, your name, please. You never say, your name, I need to know your name. No, because it's very rude. You say, certainly, claro que sí. Claro que sí, diríamos, certainly.
Okay.
This room is pretty small because some people complain about everything. What do you think?
Unfortunately, we don't have anything bigger right now.
Okay, remember that we say unfortunately, yes. Number 6, I'm always stay at your hotel when I'm in town. What do you think?
Thank you. We appreciate your business.
Okay, let me check. One of my lamps isn't working.
I get someone to take a look at it.
As you can see here, we use a lot of word or the verb get, right? I'll get someone, I'll get. You all the time use I'll get, and of course you use the future. I will get. Don't forget about that. Number 8. Where is the entrance to the hotel restaurant?
Under the sign that says restaurant.
Eso es descortés, ¿no?
Is
Eso
it
sería
right?
descortés. Yeah, si tú le contestas así es como...
Oh, sí. It's
Tienes que
right
indicarle.
there.
It's right there to your right. Yes. Hi, I have a reservation. My name is Robert McAllister.
Okay, how do you spell your last name?
My air conditioner is broken.
I'll have someone look at it as soon as possible.
I will have someone look at it as soon as possible. And the last example here, we have more conversations. Remember that you face different situations, Gabby. If I say, for example, Gabby, I don't like this place, what would you say? I don't like the room. What would you say, for example, in a real situation? I am a guest and I say, well, you know, I check in, but I don't like the room. What would you do? What would you say in that situation?
What would you like, sir?
Yeah, but would you like, maybe I would like you to change my room because it's very small for me and my family.
Let me check if I find another room for you.
Let me check, or you can say, for example, okay, I understand that you don't like the room, or it is not as spacious. Do you remember that we learned the word? Of
Yes.
course, you have to explain that it's difficult now to find a room for you because everything is booked.
Oh,
Do you remember?
mhm.
So
Yes.
or before you do that, you can say, let me call, let me send for the concierge, let me send for. ¿Te acuerdas que send for es solicitar a alguien?
Uh-huh.
You have to
Yes.
remember the phrasal verbs, of course, because there are 20 phrasal verbs. So now part of providing good customer service is knowing the right way to communicate. My key isn't working. You know, my key isn't working. What would you say?
Mm, Let me take a look at it.
Let me take a look at it. Is that the cheapest room you have?
Mm, Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. How can I get to the train station from here?
Mm, It's really close, so walking is your best bet.
I don't think so. Ah, well, it's really close, so walking is your best bet.
Yes, best bet.
Your best bet, for example, si yo te digo, mira, ¿cómo puedo llegar de la estación de tren hasta aquí? Te digo, está muy cerca, así que caminar es tu mejor opción. Your best
Mm,
bet es como tu mejor opción,
Okay.
¿ok? Tu mejor apuesta, pero no se traduce como apuesta. Es
Mm,
su mejor opción, su mejor carta,
Yeah.
la mejor carta. I think the cleaning lady stole my wallet. Yeah, sometimes you will find people like that.
Mm, It's highly improbable that any member of the staff will have taken it, but let's call the police to report it.
Call the police to report it. You have to follow some protocols. Like it's highly improbable that any member of the staff would have taken. But let's call the police to report it. You see? Can you tell the cleaning lady not to clean my room today? Because this happens.
Mm, Can you tell the cleaning lady not to come in today? The best way to let her know is by placing the do not clean.
Oh, that's not my concern. Please place that do not clean card on your door handle. Siempre te acuerdas que se tenía que poner en la puertita para que no limpien. Ahí se pone. Por eso le dice, that's not my concern. Please place that do not clean card on your door handle en la manija de la puerta.
Okay.
Okay. Is there
Mm,
a shuttle bus leaving for the airport soon?
mm, Is there a shuttle bus waiting for the person? Yes, it's fine. Yes, it's written on that board.
There's a complete list of departures on the board behind. Recuerda que un departure, solamente el departure es el lugar por el cual tú te retiras. El departure. Ahora te
Sí.
dice, ¿hay algún bus que nos deje cerca del aeropuerto pronto? Hay una lista de partidas en la tabla detrás de usted.
Okay.
Number 7, can you show me where we are on the map? Because you are you are a tourist.
Of course, let me show you.
Is this necessary?
Yes, it's required.
Yes, porque es una falta de respeto decirle yes. If it wasn't, I wouldn't ask for it. No, es como que muy sarcástico. Would you like to have a drink with me later? Si te pregunta, ¿no? Imagínate que tú eres la recepcionista, y un cliente te dice, would you like to have a drink with me later?
No, thanks. No,
Thanks, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, thanks, but I don't think so. Can you get someone to bring my bags up to my room?
Mm, okay, if you need help with your bags, I ask someone.
You say, I'll have them brought up. ¿Qué significa bring up? Eso viene de bring up. ¿Te acuerdas más o menos?
Hacer traer.
Mm,
Buscar.
it would be. Pero es que aquí ese bring up no se traduce, no es un verbo frasal, es un verbo traer arriba. Porque acá dice bring up my bags to my room. Quieren que lleven arriba sus bolsos a su habitación y por eso le dice I'll have them brought up.
Okay.
Algunas veces ya no vas a tener que pensar que es un verbo frasal, sino traducirlo de manera literal. ¿Vale? And we're done, Gabby. We're done with that part. As you can see here, we face difficult situations as a customer service agent or as a front desk clerk. Remember that you need to practice these questions. Of course, you have to analyze what is the best or appropriate answer for every customer. So here now we have it's like a conversation, but with some expressions and words. Let me share the screen. I prepared this material for you. Can you see it? Check-in in a hotel or eating in the restaurant, because remember that nowadays every hotel has a restaurant inside, or there is a restaurant in it.
Okay.
Look at this. You say, good afternoon, sir. Can I help you? Or how can I help you? How can I assist you today? Right? And the person always say, yes, I've got a reservation. Gabby, remember that you can also say, look at this. I have a car. In Canada, for example, you can say, I have got a car. It's the same. Remember that if you say, for example, she has a car, you can say, she has got a car. Just in affirmative form. Just in affirmative form. Because don't confuse, because in English we have, I have gotten a car. When you use the participle form, it means that conseguido, comprado o tenido. Pero cuando le pongo el got, nada más con el have, es tener. Did you understand?
Tener. Okay.
Tener. Solamente en afirmativo. Para negativo digo no, I don't have, she doesn't have. Y le dice, yes, I got a reservation. Your name, please, sir. Mr. Watanabe. Could you spell that, please? Remember that, for example, when you travel to a different country, their last names are very difficult, like Schwarzenegger. Do you know how to write Schwarzenegger? Or maybe Kuczynski? Or maybe Troyel? Or maybe like, I don't know, like Jackson? Or maybe La Rutherford. It's difficult, and you always say, could you spell that, please? Can you show me your identification? Can you show me your passport? So this person will not spell the word or the name, so you can see the name and you can type it.
Yes.
That's room number 20. Sorry, and remember that, for example, imagine that I have a 0. I don't say 0, I say 204. 205. And if you want to say the first, the second, the third floor, you say on the first floor, on the second floor. Thank you very much. And he check in, you see, very quickly. Could I
Mhm.
have an early morning call tomorrow, please? And do you remember that we say a wake up call? A wake up call because every guest wants to wake up very early because they want to visit the country or the city. So they say, could I have an early morning call or a wake up call? Don't forget. And claro que sí, certainly. What time? And then we have 6:30 if that's possible. And could I have breakfast in my room? Of course, sir. What would you like? It would say just coffee and toast, please. Black or white coffee? White, please. Have you got a restaurant here? Yes, sir. We have a steak grill on the ground floor and the vegetarian restaurant on the roof. On the
Mhm.
ground? On the roof. On the ground could be en el primer piso. On the ground. They don't say on the first floor. They say on the ground. Okay?
O sea, the ground is the first
The
floor.
first floor, yes, on the first floor. Pero en lugar de decirle en el primer piso, on the first floor, they say on the ground.
Okay.
On the roof es en la terraza ya.
Yeah.
And they say, do I have to book a table? Yes, it's better. And they will say, okay, a table for two for 8 o'clock. A table for two, you know, it means that there are two people. That's fine, sir. Here's your key. Is there a lift? What is a lift? An elevator.
Mhm.
Yes, sir, just over there on the left. Have a nice stay. And now, then we go to the restaurant. And you always say, good evening, sir, a table for two, a table for three, a table for a party of three, a table for a party. Yes, please, I booked earlier at reception. Watanabe, here are you, sir. Here you are. And then you have good evening. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, champagne, please, etc. Here. Are you ready ordered? Yes, please, salmon for wife and I'll have a steak. How would you like your steak? Medium, please. And what vegetables can we have? We serve chips, runner beans, and carrot with the steaks. I'll have some chips, please. And more and more. Certainly, could you bring? Recuerda que vas a hacer las preguntas como cliente con could y como mesero también con could. Siempre tratamos de sonar bien polite. De todas maneras, yo te voy a compartir este archivo. Lo
Okay.
checas con paciencia. Son conversaciones que tú ya puedes entender.
Okay.
And that's all. Y vamos a continuar con un temita, el último temita antes de terminar la sesión, que no es nada difícil, pero he visto que hasta ahora no lo usas. Que es lo siguiente, Gaby. Por ejemplo, yo digo, no tengo nada. ¿Cómo digo que no tengo nada?
Mm, I have nothing.
I have,
Nothing.
I have nothing. Or I
I
don't,
don't have anything.
I don't have anything. Yeah, I have nothing, I don't have anything. Por ejemplo, digo, alguien me ayuda.
Someone help me.
Someone helps me. Recuerda que cuando trabajemos con someone, con anyone, con anything, es como si fuera he, she, it. Someone
Sí.
help me. Ahora como digo, nadie me ayuda.
Nobody helps me.
Nobody
Helps me.
helps me, of course. Of course, nobody helps me. Como digo, cualquiera puede hacerlo.
Cualquiera puede hacerlo. Everyone can do it.
Anyone.
Anyone.
Anyone or anybody. Anybody can do it. Anyone can do it.
Anyone. Anyone. Mhm.
Okay?
Yes.
Nadie me ayuda a hacer algo.
Nobody helps me to do something.
Nobody helps me to do something. Muy bien. Siguiente, siguiente. Nadie hace algo por alguien.
Nobody does
Nobody
something
does something
to someone or
to
for
someone.
to someone.
Ahora, aquí, a ver, nobody does something to anyone. Aquí puede ser anyone, porque recuerda que si le digo por alguien o por cualquier persona, ese alguien se refiere a cualquier persona. Puede ser anyone.
To anyone.
Anyone. It could be nobody does something to anyone. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so you need to include these expressions when you're in your speech. Okay, in our future next lesson, we will have a conversation just with me because now you understand. And I will say, for example, Gabby, for example, and when do you allow for extra time? When do you allow for extra time?
Extra time.
Yes, allow for. When do you allow for extra time? What would you say?
When I go out
When
with
you
my
go
friend.
out, you allow. Okay, okay. And sometimes, for example, why do you allow for extra time? For example, why do you allow for 2 hours every day?
Study English? No.
Pues, because I ask you the reason. Te digo, ¿por qué te permites 2 horas para ti? Y tú me dices, estudiar inglés. Ah, that's a nice answer. You understood the question, right? ¿Habías entendido así la pregunta? Recuerda
Yes.
que allow for y algo es que te lo permites. Okay, or maybe I can ask this question. Can we hold off on our reservation?
O sea, podemos posponer.
Nuestra reservación, our reservation. And then you say, yes, you can, no, you can't. So, but practice these 20 phrasal verbs that we had in the class, okay, in order to improve and practice. Let's continue. We're going to study one more, and then we can leave the class, of course. And this one. Let me show you. It says holiday travel. Okay, holiday travel. Look at this, Gabby. Planning your holiday, you have money. You need to set your budget. How much you can spend budget is tu presupuesto. Your budget. Type of holiday. You have seaside, relax, cruise, sightseeing, fishing, active holiday, climbing, snowboard, or other sport activities. Destination. Choose the location, country, town, city, holiday, resort, mountain range, etc. Organization. Plan your holiday alone. Contact travel agency in package holiday or compromise. Get the basic packet and plan your extras. So focus on this part, budget, presupuesto, active holiday. Son estas vacaciones donde tú te vas de paseo, haces turismo o deportes. So here we have some questions. Okay, when was your last family holiday? But we are going to skip this super quickly. Y ahora sí, aquí está, antes de irnos. Passport or ID. Make sure your passport, your global travel or ID travel within the UE is valid. Recuerda que tu ID es tu identificación que solamente funciona dentro del país. Y tu passport es tu pasaporte que te funciona en todo el mundo. Insurance se refiere a your travel insurance if it's not already included in your packet holiday. Es tu seguro de viajes. Exchange the local currency or have credit on your pay card. Pay card, local currency, tu moneda local. en tu tarjeta de pagos o de crédito, débito. Useful items. Tenemos el first aid kit, cell phone and charger, medical supplies, maps, dictionary, and camera. So before you travel, you have to have these items. Tienes que tener estos artículos. Then we have means of transport. Recuerda que on foot es a pie. Okay, car, boat, train, airplane, bus, bicycle. Gaby, ¿cómo se dice? ¿In train or on train?
On train.
Yes. Recuerda que si tú te puedes mover o caminar, va a ser on. Si no, va a ser in. En el carro, in a car or on a car?
In a car.
In a car. Pretty cool. Then we have types of holidays, like seaside holiday resort, mountain holiday resort, camping holiday, sightseeing, spa holiday. There are different types. And if you work as a customer service, sometimes people, maybe you don't need to attend to people. You don't need to attend to people. You just need to answer calls. Okay. I was like helping an institution and they asked me to prepare them for answering questions when customer have some complaints or they hesitate, and they include this.
Okay.
And write about your holiday, and you're not gonna do that part, of course. So before our next lesson, you will have a test. Para tu próxima clase, dame en 15 minutos, te estoy enviando tu evaluación. ¿Qué te va a venir en tu evaluación? Los 20 verbos frasales que hemos visto el día de hoy en clase. El get hold on, el wash up, todo. ¿Ok? Luego de tus 20 lessons, luego de tu quiz, que no te va a venir marca la respuesta, sino analiza un poquito, así como hemos hecho en la última parte. ¿Ok? And that would be all. Do you have any questions about that?
No, you send me the presentation, right?
Of course. Let me do it right now before I forget. 1 second.
Yeah.
Gaby. Yes, empezamos with this presentation. Chécate esta última que he hecho, donde están las preguntas. ¿Ok? Ese que decía Hotel Industry.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's all.
Okay.
And that's all. Then I will send your exam. Ahí te estoy enviando también la clase de False Friends. Recuerda que tienes en la plataforma.
Okay, yeah.
And do you have any questions before we leave the class?
No.
Just remember to practice the phrasal verbs before taking the exam. You cannot take that quiz if you don't study before, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
check the presentation and then take the quiz. So that would
Okay.
be all. Bye-bye. Take care. See you in
Thank
our
you.
next lesson. My pleasure to be here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.